Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to this lesson. Today is going to be a very special one, a little bit of a different format. So we're not going to look that much into Danish vocabulary, more so focusing on Danish culture, and particularly my very favorite topic of them all, food. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to increase our food vocabulary, to learn about Danish eating culture and cuisine, and we're going to practice pronunciation along the way. Now, let's look at my personal 6 favorite Danish dishes that I can recommend all of you to check out. First one here is called Tadetta. Tadetta. It is a very beloved Danish starter. It's a classic staple for the first dish that you would get on weddings or at Easter and any kind of larger birthdays and formal events. You'll always have these come sliding in to be served to you before the actual main dish is served. And it's great. You can fill them with different stuff, but usually they're filled with chicken, white asparagus, and then a nice fat bechamel style sauce in a crispy, like puff pastry type dough. It's really, really delicious. So we can also have them with carrots and with peas and also some ham sometimes. That's like the 2 basic ones, the classic ones. So you need to eat many of them. You can eat many of them. They're so delicious. And actually the thing is, they come originally from France, but they were more sweet. So tartelet or something in this regard they were called. And it's actually a dessert. So what often happens when you come to Denmark, of course, what do you do with a sweet dessert with a little petite sugar filling and something? Of course, you fill it up with the meat and sauce. And this is what tarteletta is. So check them out. They are really, really, really good. I can highly, highly recommend to try tarteletta. And there's even a tartelet festival in Odense in September. So check that out if you're interested. It's very nice. Now, the next one here is a stable one. I think this one most people know, especially if you're going through Copenhagen, you're going to see many signs saying smørrebrød. Smørrebrød. It means buttered bread. Smør, as we know, means butter. And it's a very, let's say, iconic dish. It's a very simple also. It's actually just a slice of bread with different toppings on top of it, layered in a very specific way. And it just looks very nice. And it is also incredibly tasty. Danish bread is something from another world. Just very dark, very full of grains and fibers. And it's just good for you. Not like some kind of American industrialized turbo cancer bread that you can buy there in the supermarkets. Go to Denmark and eat bread and you will never be able to eat white toast again. I can promise you this. And there are some traditions with this. So it's also something we serve as a kind of appetizer for these larger events. You always start up with the pickled herring. Sild means herring. And then you go on to the meat dishes afterwards, or the meat smørrebrød afterwards. And you eat with your eyes first. So man spiser med øjnene først. Something that you can hear Danes say sometimes. So this means presentation really matters. It's important for the Nordic kitchen that things look good. So very nice dish as well, I can highly recommend. Now let's jump onto this one. And frikadeller, they are called. Frigadella. Essentially, meatballs, usually made from pork or maybe a pork-veal mix. Svinekød og oksekød. Pork and beef. And you just fry them in the pan, and they are very, very delicious. You serve them usually with a nice, fat, thick brown gravy and potatoes. Sometimes a bit of red cabbage, or maybe some red beets you can also do. Or even any kind of veggies, to be honest. It's a very classic grandma's dish. You know, every grandma knows how to make the best frikadelle in Denmark. And yes, if there are some Germans there and you get triggered that I'm saying that frigadella is actually a Danish thing, that's just life, yeah. You cannot have everything. In my opinion, and in all the Danes' opinions, frikadella is classic Danish. So please feel free to argue with me in the comments if you don't agree. So Next dish, with a very beautiful name, brændende kærlighed. It means literally burning love. Brændende kærlighed. Very simple dish, but not to be underestimated. It has a very delicious flavors. It's mashed potatoes with sauteed onions as well as bacon on top. And then on the side you have usually pickled red beets or beetroots on the side. And that is just also delicious. Very good comfort food, especially for the long, dark winters. You can fill your belly with some just carby, fatty, brændende kærlighed. Also grandma's staple. Can definitely recommend to buy that if you're in a restaurant. Like, it's so delicious. Now, next up, it's actually the official national dish of Denmark. It's called Stickflesk. Means something similar to roasted pork or roasted bacon, perhaps, which you see here in the picture. It looks like just a very thick bacon slices. I'm going to repeat it here. So Stickflesk. And then we have the sauce part, med persillesauce. So roasted bacon with parsley sauce. So usually, it's actually the Danish national dish. So it's a thin pork belly slice roasted until ultra crispy, like really, really, really crispy. So you don't want it too fatty, you want it the real crisp. And then you serve it with boiled potatoes and a nice creamy parsley sauce. It's a good dish. You can eat it in winter. It's very heavy, very hearty. But on the same time, you can also eat it in summer months because the parsley sauce gives it a little freshness to it. So also highly recommended. You'll find this probably in most restaurants in Copenhagen. So if you're going for a visit, try some Stickflesk med persillesauce. And maybe you'll be a changed person after you try it. Go ahead. And next up, probably my personal favorite, which is so important for me and for many Danes. It's, of course, the Danish hot dog. And of course, hot dogs, they exist in many countries, but the Danish one is very special. It's the thing you get when you go to the stadium to watch football. It's the thing you get at the airport if you just need a quick snack. It's the thing you grab on the way to work if you just need a little good little bite to eat on the way. So, and actually, the sausage, as you see here, is red. That's very special for the Danish sausages. You also find normal roasted sausages, which are brown and normal looking. But the red one is iconic. It was actually a marketing gig from 1992 when Denmark won the European Championship in soccer, or football, as you call it if you use real English language. And then somebody thought, Denmark is doing pretty well. Maybe we should try to sell sausages which are just red, like the Danish red. And it was a huge success. And until this day, you see the Danish hot dogs with red sausages everywhere. So a real cornerstone in Danish street food. You see it you see it in the so-called pølsevogne. You'll see those in almost every city in Copenhagen. There are tons of them. It's like a sausage wagon, if you translate it. Pølsevogn, sausage wagon. And there you can buy any kind of different sausages or in bread, outside of bread, with mustard, with ketchup, anything you want. I highly recommend to try that. It's a very special cultural experience to order something from in pølsevogn. It's also very delicious and it will send you straight to heaven. If you eat the Danish hot dog again, you can never go back to eat some random corn dog or whatever you're used to over on the other side of the Atlantic. Danish hot dog, absolute best. Go ahead, try it. It's so good. So thank you for listening in to this a little bit different kind of episode here. I hope you still got a little bit of vocabulary out of it and that you are now interested to go out and try to either Google the recipes and cook this for yourself. And I hope that you will dig deeper into Danish cuisine and that this has given you a good appetite to learn more, if you know what I mean. Also, let me know in the comments if you'd like to do some kind of a cooking episode at one point where perhaps we cook some of these dishes together and I can share recipes and tips. Might be fun. Let me know what you think. And thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe, please like if you enjoy this kind of content, which is a bit different than the usual lessons. And ha' det godt til vi ses igen. Have a good time till we meet again. Hej hej. Vi ses. Farvel.